Hey everyone, welcome to another stream. Feel free to ask any questions if you have. Meanwhile, I'll solve the DSA problem. Whoever is coming new, the aim is just to solve DSA problem, answer any questions if anyone has some introduction about me on the right side. Cool, let's get started. Hey Shubham, welcome to the stream. You are given an integer array coins representing coins of different denomination and digit. Okay, so we can keep. Where did you learn the concept? What resources did you use? What re- So probably if you want to kind of understand in detail, so there is a video on my channel itself, which will talk about all the things in detail like LLD, HLD, and all of these, right? So mainly you need DSA, HLD, LLD, all of these. So for DSA, there are plenty of resources out there. LLD, you need to practice yourself. And then for HLD, there's a book by LXU, so you can go through that as well. But if you want to like watch it's just a 10 minutes video, so I would say that go ahead and watch it. Still, if you have any doubts, you can come back to this and I can let you know. Uh, I can share the link of that video quickly here. So that video would be able to help you. That covers all the different domains, and not just to one specific company. It covers topic in of different companies as well. So this is that video. Just 10 minutes, you can jump to the mid of it, I think, if you already know most of the things. So yesterday we were solving those who were there. Yesterday we were solving these. We have solved uh, these all, and now I'm hitting these. I've already solved these one once or twice, so just going at it again for fun. Instead of watching Netflix, this is better. Why not, right? So we are given coins. We have our where we are at, and then we have amount, right? So if amount is zero, then basically we made it zero, so that's one way, right? If amount became less than zero, then that's no way. Or if I became greater than equal to coins total, and then also we don't need to proceed further, right? So then in option one is that you you want to take this I, right? And you want to again take it also. So amount minus coins of I. And option two is solve coins I plus one. You don't really want to take this one. So then you return option 1 plus option 2, right? So now we have two variables. So basically memoization is very easy when you know the count of variables, right? So here we have two variables, that's why memoization is very easy. So we need to remember these two variables from a memoization perspective, right? So that said, uh, public integer dp is equal to new integer coins dot length. Just for the safer side, I always add +1 so that it never goes out of bounds. And amount. So basically simple thing, you can take it or you cannot take it, right? If anyone is new, let me know in comments. I can provide good resources on DP. There are plenty of good people teaching DP out there. Cool. I'll be doing this stream for probably 2 hours or so. It's 100 minutes. You are given an integer array nums and an integer target. You want to build an expression out of nums by adding one of the symbols plus and minus, right? Find the number of different expressions that you can win, which value it's to result. So eventually you need to get to target, right? That is the goal. If you have reached end and your number is not equal to target, then that's a problem, right? And so the sum of all the nums is 1,000, right? So in the worst, it could be minus 1,000, right? So I'll save the DP by saying plus 100, plus 1,000 on that. So public can solve int I. And so this is my, so all the things which don't change, I always keep first. So then int I and then int sum, let's say, right? So if, and we want to use all the numbers, right? So int n is equal to nums dot length, right? If I is equal to n, right? Then this means if target is equal to sum, then you return 1, otherwise you return 0, right? So that's first case. If dp of I comma sum plus 1,000 is not equal to null, you return dp of I sum plus 1,000, right? Now option 1 is that you take it as it is, nums of I, and option 2 is you take it in a negative. So both of the things we will add it, and public integer dp is equal to new integer nums dot length plus 1. target plus 1. Here we'll say 2000, 2001, and return solve nums target 00. Anything else? Yeah, if target becomes very less, then also there are less chances, but this should overall do it, I think. Need to pass nums as well to it. Cool. Hey, Chess Shadow, thank you. Yeah, that's the aim. I think there is a lot of fluff around this software engineering and coding. That's why I think live is the best way to portray that. If you watch my videos also, I just say things out loud, right? I don't like I just start with the stuff that I want to tell and then end with the stuff once I'm finished, right? I'm glad that people are liking it, even if there are couple of couple of things. So yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, hey Akshat, hope you're doing well. Whenever I'm thinking of starting DSA, then I see that's the thing, right? So you get your laptop and solve problems with me. You can pick your laptop now instead of procrastinating now. It's a weekend anyway. Though there are two things. Either you will watch Netflix, Hotstar, or whatever, or you can do some problems, right? Stop thinking like whether it is good or bad. Just solve problems. Hey Kunal, you can practice that, man. Cherry pickup. I'll be solving these. Once I've solved a good amount of videos, then I'll pick up that cherry. I think I've already solved that one cherry pickup problem, the one that you are mentioning. There are four parts of it, I think, right? Yeah, man. I think I would have already solved. Yeah, I've seen this problem. You are given n cross m field of cherries. Each cell is one of three possible integers. Zero is empty. One means that contains cherry. You can pick minus one. Return the maximum cherries. This is just straightforward DFS. There is no time. You just need to start from 0, 0. What are the constraints? Constraints are very small. Start from here, you pick this. Whenever you're blocked, right? Why is this hard? There would be comments saying that this should not be hard. See, did anyone think why? Oh, okay, things are really hard, is it? My bad then. Some underlying concept would be there. So then it is some not just BFS. So you have to come back also. Yeah, it's a tricky problem. Sure. I'm not gonna solve this one as of now. Yeah, I am a fresher and I want 5 LPA plus job as a front-end full stack. What should I do and how much DSA is needed? How much DSA is a very vague question. Like if you have to just say that, okay, how much basic? Then I would say that practice these 150 problems. Now to understand this 150 in detail, you might have to solve a lot of couple of around problems. So somewhere around 200 and 300 problems are good enough. Uh, so basically, if you have a BTech, then you just do this and then start applying, right? So nothing special there. Mhm. I assume that you have BTech in computer science or similar branches. You do DSA and then apply to start giving interviews also because then you'll know that what all things you need, right? Start giving interviews. If you fail, then you can again do give them in 6 months. Given S1, S2, find whether S3 can be found by interleaving S1 and S2. Again, this is interleaving of two strings. I had received. It's a D, right? I had. I don't have it now. This is my background on right side. So I have close to 4 years of experience now, BTech in IT, and yeah, no worries, man. You can watch some of my other videos. This is just like if someone is new, that's why I've just put it there. So 4 years of experience, and these are all the things result of doing things consistently over time. Sorry, Kunal, I got distracted. Let me read the problem now. So, given S1 and S2 and S3, find whether S3 is formed by interleaving of S1 and S2. So S3 is our target string, S1 and S2 is what given to us. Interleaving of S1 is configuration where S and T are divided into N and M substrings respectively. And okay, so this should be less than 1. So, okay, that also makes sense, the substrings, right? So interleaving S1, S2, S3 makes sense. Yeah, either you can pick this, whichever is the same with this, because eventually you need to make this, right? The whole S3. So what options we have? So when we are at S1 and when we are at S2, right? So we have two pointers to match this. And then we have, we'll not look at the follow-up for now. So let me use my pen and paper 1 second. So A, B, C, D, B, B, C, A, and A, D, B, B, C, B, C, A, C. So I have I pointer here, J pointer here, and a K pointer here. If this is same as this, you can take this and then increase these two, then increase these two, and then these two. Is it going to impact if I just do this way? And in the end, I should reach all of those in the end, right? Is this is this is this going to make any trouble there? No, I don't think so. Because every time either I'm picking from there or I'm picking from next, right? Let's say I pick from there and then in all I picked from the first one, then the next. Yeah, I think simple LCS only. Join S1 plus S2 and then LCS with S3, right? No, I'm not thinking of joining these two. I'm thinking of running just the normal LCS. We need to break them into substrings. And that would work. Let's see. No joining as such, just plain DP. So this is will be like, what is the upper of quadratic? This is not quadratic. This is one more than quadratic. N3DP. NML. Now, first of all, I think the sum should be same. The length. Let me do this, that also here only. Mhm. So now, once you do that, you have Boolean option 1 is equal to solve. S1. If this gives TLE, then it is right. If it fails, then it is wrong. Yep, it is right. Just need to memorize it. Hmm. So Kunal was saying join S1 plus S2. So if I join these two, A, B, C, D, B, B, C, A, and then do LCS. No, I don't think so that will work. Your first solution, you said join S1 with S2. If I joined this and then I do LCS with these two, right? Then let's say I picked these both A, and then for this D, I'll go to this D. right? But then I lose this C. So I think join S1 and S2. Yeah, okay, I was wrong there. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I thought that you already knew the solution, so I thought that yeah, that won't work, I think, because it will we will lose some of the terms. Uh, LCS is good when you have all you can choose some, right? Here we need to eventually choose all. It's just that you can manipulate it, put something first and something right? That's the only difference. This is the worst question. Oh no, this is okay. This is okay. What is top-down approach? The one with 2D array. I never solve it with that, bro. I can't solve it with that. I don't think anyone is going to ask you to solve in a top-down. Or is it top-down only? This is top-down. You're coming from top to down. That's, I think, bottom-up. You're talking about bottom-up. Tabular DP. Yeah, this is top-down only. I think just we did. You are talking about bottom-up. Yeah, going bottom is a way to avoid reversion. Yeah, I don't. It's tough to. It's not worth it to solve in a bottom-up. Let's call it that way. You can solve it, but it is not intuitive. You need to have a lot of practice to solve it in bottom up. It's just not intuitive. So I never solve in bottom up. You can see all my solutions will be top down. I am not the best person to guide you in bottom up. So nope. Who said you in the interview they asked bottom up? I don't think so. I have given more than 100 interviews. If someone is asking you bottom up, either they are very good at programming or you can convert it if you need to have practice actually in that. But I never solve it using bottom up. And no one has ever asked me to solve in a bottom up. I have always used it using top down only. Abdul, I'm using this one, but I have solved all the other sheets also. So doing it just for fun. I guess, Kunal, you might have not seen Aditya Verma's DP playlist. Probably it's worth checking it out. He'll clear some of your confusions. In Java also it's the same. It's not like cheating uh, unless you know the intuition, right? If you have never solved a DP problem, first of all, you will not be able to realize it's a DP problem. So that comes from practice. And then after that, doing it recursively properly, that requires some practice. And then doing memos, which variables to, that is also. It just bottom up is not intuitive. So yeah, then Aditya Verma already says, right, that bottom up is not intuitive at all. So he created DP revolution in India at least. So you should follow the legend. In his videos only he mentioned, his videos are like 5 years old now. In his videos only he has mentioned that 95% of the times you will not be asked to go from bottom to up, right? So not sure, maybe it's just a luck factor also. Some interviews they might want bottom up, but if you say that all the interviews that you have given, everyone has asked you bottom up, then that's a different story. That's something I'm new to as well then. I also might need to learn then bottom up in that case. But I don't think so. That should be the case. But yeah, I'm not the best anyway. Given Emperor's return, the length of the longest increasing part. You can either move in. No, no, I have not been asked bottom up. You mentioned right in the interview they asked bottom up, I guess. So on what basis you mentioned that? Is it like you have given interviews or your friends have given interviews and I have not faced bottom up. DP itself problem I have faced less. More problems that I have faced are around graph BFS, multi-level BFS, or what else? And also at my level now, DSA is just 1 or 2 rounds, right? So after that, it's LLD and HLD. So the DSA rounds reduces. So instead, I would have given 3 DSA rounds. Now I only give 2 DSA rounds, right? Or 1 DSA round. So number of DSA problems that I have faced are comparatively less than someone who would have given interviews earlier, right? So that's also a factor. Mostly I get questions around DSA, is graph, hard levels of sliding window. Mm, yeah, graph. Try is also something that comes up. Priority queue also comes up. Tree also comes up. Binary search also comes up. Two pointer, like whenever you are asked 2 questions, right? 2 pointers comes up in the starting one. Mhm. Yes, yes. Memoization is very easy compared to bottom up. Yes, in Google they'll only ask you DSA for L4. Oh, is it? I am not aware of. Uh, I have not coded much in Python. What do you mean by library specific questions? Given an M cross M, return the longest increasing path in. Okay, the length of the longest increasing path you may not move diagonally or outside. And wrap up is also not allowed. So if you have visited anything, then you can't visit again, right? And it is 200. So n square would work here, right? So yeah, probably start from everything and do n square. That's what I'm thinking. So each I and j can be a starting point, right? Those might come up in your LLD rounds, right? So Java, Spring, those are project specific questions, right? That might come in your hiring manager or LLD round. But in DSA, it's going to be DSA. Only Google has this. Other companies have DSA and then LLD, and then HLD, then HM, right? These are the rounds. All the other companies have. Google just has DSA, DSA, DSA. So Spring Boot and whatnot might come up here if you have mentioned it in your resume that you know Spring Boot and the team is also Spring Boot specific. Then they might ask you to write what do you call beans? Beans in Spring Boot, right? This might come up in your interview then. If you have mentioned Spring Boot. Yeah, Microsoft, I think it follows this DSA, LLD, HLD pattern, not just DSA, DSA, DSA. But it varies. Probably it would be worth if you go to YouTube and search for Microsoft interview experience, right? That would give you like in the detailed insight of it. So this question, we start from here, and if the next element is small, then I would come back, right? That would be 200, right? Is it n star m 200? Would that work? That would be the internal would be like n square. This is 10 raised to power 2. So 10 raised to power 4. Yeah, might not work, might work. Is it worth trying or is it worth thinking? Let's just see once. That's what I'm thinking. That you pick it up and then you. Hmm, yeah, that would give a TLE. So for each max, if I try to find right, that would give a TLE. But what if then I memorize it? Hmm, that would work, I think. Kunal, yeah, I'm going with the standard problems as of now, then I'll dig deeper. I know that there is a follow-up. I have not solved follow-up of this one also. Longest increasing suspense. This has a very good follow-up. This has a very good follow-up using binary search. But I have started DSA after a long time, so going with from a easier to harder level. That's the reason I didn't pick up cherry pickup also again. So if you solved this for one path, so for example, let's say I've solved it for 6. If I've traversed this 6 once, does that means that I don't need to traverse it again, right? Because let's say start from this 9 or from 1, right? And 1, 2, and then again in some search, I jumped from this 6 and I came to 1. So then I don't need to solve that one again, right? Hmm. That's where DP can be used. So it is like DFS plus DP. Makes sense. So what we can do here is, right, we'll create a DP, and then like each element could be a starting point. So max would be max dot max of max, comma solve matrix I, comma j, comma dp, and public and solve matrix and I, comma j. What other things I need? I might direction. Yes, I was there. D less than 4, D plus plus, is equal to. It is related to contest rating. So you need, I think, 80, more than 850. Then only you can get the night badge. By solving questions you can't get. It's it's more of how well you perform in lead code contest. If you can solve first two or three problems like uh, in a very fast way, probably like let's say 10 minutes or 15 minutes, right? The first two questions, then your rating will increase because your rank will decrease, as in will be closer to one. So speed matters and then the number of questions matters in the contest. Dx dt plus I j. If I is greater than 0, is less than, and j is greater than 0, and then if dp of I. Now if matrix of I comma j is greater than matrix of II and j, that means that this element is greater, right? So then your length increases, right? So your answer will be uh, whatever is the answer plus solve matrix I com II comma jj. So from this, right? So your answer will be whatever answer you have as maximum answer, and then 1 plus you solve this, right? IIJJ, and then this can be put in your DP of I and J is equal to max return answer. Answer. Now will this work is the question. And which is the best way to study DP? Any recommendation? So there is someone, I was just talking to someone on the chat. There's a person called Aditya Verma. I think his channel is also called Aditya Verma only, if I'm correct. He has a very good DP playlist. Uh, Let me see if I can find and pull it up on the screen. Aditya Verma DP. Yep. Mhm. This is the one. It's 5 years. It's been 5 years. This is a really good playlist. So you go through this. Uh, I think you'll get good grasp on DP. And then solve the problem, right? Whatever problems he's solving, you also solve it. So, mhm. Okay. And I'll give you one more resource once I'm able to solve this one, right? I'll give one more resource which is pretty good. DP, 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 DP. Oh, I didn't pass DP. Oh, it is integer, right? So I have to fill it. But I don't want to go it that way, so let's just get rid of this. Mm, and then put integer here, and then get rid of this as well. It's nowhere there. This should work. Yes. So the another DP, good DP thing is LeetCode also has a DP playlist. Maybe it is in study plan, I think. Mm, this one. This is also good. Like all medium level problems, medium and easy. Uh, so that playlist and then this problems. Then it's just practice after that. I think there is a confusion. I think there is a confusion between bottom up and top down. I think you are asking, is it recommended to do space optimization after top down? That's what you are saying. Oh, you can't hear me? Hello, 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 hello. Mic check, mic check, mic check. So there are two ways, right? One is top down, and the other is bottom up or tabular, right? So in top down, this is like recursion, but this will give you TLE, and then the next is memoization, right? So this is what I do, and then the other one is tabular registering. So if your question is that is it recommended to do space optimization after top down? Uh, if you know, then you can do, but I generally don't do it. So it depends on what your interviewer wants, but generally based on I have learned the DP from Aditya Verma's playlist. So he has also mentioned that this is good enough, this part also. And I also believe that this is good enough. But there might be on a bad day you might be asked to do this, but I think 90% of the times top down would be work. So top down is the one that recursion one, right? That we just did. So that's a top down one. I'm going to do again a top down to solve this one also. Top down is more intuitive, something that brains understand easily. Hey Arun, good to hear that voice is coming. There's slight lag, I think. You don't have to call me sir also. I'm not sure anyone. So given two strings s and t, return number of distinct subsequence of s which equals to t. Is it just I and j problem? So you take r if it is same, or you can skip it, right? Take this. That seems like a very n is equal to s dot length int m is equal to t dot length. If j is greater than equal to m, then you return 1. This is one way. No, no, he actually made a mistake. He directly teaching bottom up tabular one. He never does that. Probably you're watching a wrong video. He always teaches. He watch in a playlist. See, like there is a confusion in the naming convention. He was, I think you might see comment on his channel also. Let me find that out for you. 1 second. Mhm. So this approach he has mentioned top down, but this is not top down. So it's the naming convention is wrong. There were comments on his channel also saying that the naming convention is wrong. So, but if you read this comment, very good. I agree on the comment that direct tabulation is not intuitive. So direct tabulation is bottom up, and it is called bottom up, right? So he got confused, right? Tabulation approach is not top down but bottom up. So minor, but he never teaches direct bottom up. We always you see first recursion and then memoization, right? But yeah, I leave it there. Yeah. So this is one way. J is greater than equal to mem and return 1. Mhm. Now we always have options, right? And option 1 is a 0 and option 2 is again 0. So once we have options right now, if the other case also, if let's say I don't have any, if I is greater than equal to n, return 0, uh, out of bounds. And then, so if your s dot caret I is equal to t dot caret j, option 1 is equal to 1 plus solve s t I plus 1 j plus 1. Option 2 is solve s t I plus 1 j remains the same. Return option 1 plus option 2. Alright, let's just see whether this is right or not. Mhm. Okay, if you have read that comment, yeah, that's the comment. Mhm. So okay, this plus I don't have to do here. Cool. If this gives TLE, then this is a good solution. Otherwise, I need to work on it. Yes, TLE public integer DP. DP is equal to new integer is dot length. No. This is again the same variation of other one. Either you take it, you don't take it. 3 to 4 different combinations come up here. This is very hard problem, burst balloons. This might be the last one that I'm solving in this tree. I know that equal to root. Good question, Shreya. I'll reply to that question once I finish this one. Funny question though. Try node at is equal to root for char ch word to char array. Now word dot to char array. So this is search, right? If add dot letters ch minus a is equal to null, then you just return false from there. Otherwise, at is equal to add dot letters ch minus a return. If you reach here, then you have reached the end, right? So try node at is equal to root for char ch is equal to word dot to char array add dot is word. If prefix if prefix uh, dot letters dot ch, right? Now if you are at node and if its letter dot ch is equal to null, then you return false, right? Because this is something you need. But let's say you come here when your word is ended, right? So that would be return true. Let's see if this works or not. Nice. Yeah, I'll end the stream by answering this question. So I just do it for fun now. Just like some people watch Netflix, I watch Netflix, right? I do lead code for fun now. I've reached that stage. I've been doing lead code from 5 years on and off. So I reached that stage where I'm just doing it for fun. It's just a fun mind practice, you can say. People like to play chess for fun, right? I don't I don't want to go into HFT and I don't think so you can go into HFT by doing lead code because that is like you need good mathematics, right? Lead code is not good enough for HFTs. That's what I feel. And I'm not chasing anything. So just for fun. That's the only thing. And also to clear some doubts. That's another motivation because when I was in college, I had a lot of doubts. And what I see now is that it's the same thing, even when there are a lot of resources out there, but there is a lot of clouds, right? So the cloudiness is increasing and things, basic, simple things are getting lost in those clouds. If you can make sense, if I'm making any sense at all, right? So my aim is to just get rid of those clouds and just sample it with like simple stuff. So I think I am on the right track because today I got a comment from Chess saying that it is crisp and clear and there is no fluff. So that's the aim, right? Just to share positivity and motivation and just tell the basic things out there. So nothing fancy, plain and simple. It was nice chatting with you all. Have a nice day. Best of luck for your interviews and preparation. Take care. Thanks, everyone.